Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Monette and I am an intuitive empath and energy reader that works with clients all over the world, as well as an author and a chef and an all-around life path 3. So what I'd like to do on this channel is kind of bring to the attention of the collective some things that we all are evolving through and working on. One of the things that has come up to me recently in working with some clients is about love languages. And many of you may be familiar with the very popular book, The Five Love Languages, that was written by Gary Chapman. And in it, he talks about the 5 love languages and describes that each of us have a way that we love and that we're grounded in that way. One of those ways is words of affirmation. I have them here because I just want to make sure. Words of affirmation, receiving gifts, acts of service, physical touch, and the last one is quality time. There it is, quality time. Now, notice what I started out with, words of affirmation. I'm a talker, I'm a teacher, so I love words. I'm a writer. I love words. So that is my love language. However, something that I have noticed in working with clients as well as working with myself to evolve is that just because you know what your love language is, doesn't mean that it's your spouse. In fact, it usually is not. Now, not just your spouse, your friends, your boss, your acquaintances. I really immerse myself in the study of interpersonal dynamics. And so I find it fascinating when I'm observing people, they're counseling or working with them, that they may not realize that. So they'll say, well, I did this. I gave them gifts because I love getting gifts. But your partner is not computing that that's what you're doing to connect. So I really would advise that you guys take a look, listen to a YouTube video, read the book, even read a summary of the book, because to understand what your love language is very important so that you understand what makes you feel edified and seen. And at the end of the day, we all are familiar with the word intimacy. In order for real intimacy to be achieved, as Wayne Dyer once brilliantly described it, into me see is what that means. It means to really look at me. Do you see me? Are you present? Am I present with you? And yes, we have this wonderful key that Gary Chapman has revealed for us about these 5 ways that we communicate. Also, it is important to know that you may have several love languages combined and a primary one. So it doesn't mean that you just have to be physical touch. You could be physical touch mixed with a bit of acts of service. So it does impact the way that you relate. And if you figure this out, it's one of those keys of life that makes navigating it and dealing with people so much easier. It is definitely worth the time investigating. But I don't want you to forget, just quickly, I wanted to jump on here. Don't forget, you have to figure out not just how you love, but how your friend, lover, partner, spouse, boss, child loves as well. And even if it's uncomfortable for you because maybe words aren't your strong suit, you have to avail yourself to love them in the way that they see it and the way that they receive it. Because until you do, they'll never know that you're seeing into them. They may give to you because they figured out yours, but what are you giving to them? And if it's uncomfortable for you, are you willing to push through and figure out how to connect with them? Because that's when relationships get good. So that's what I wanted to leave with you today. Figure out what your love language is, but don't forget that there's a part 2, 3, 4, and 5 to that. You have to now incorporate that and actually figure out a way to demonstrate that to the person that you care about or are subordinate to, if it's your boss or the child that you're trying to raise. You have to meet them where they are and not take for granted that just because you understand them, that you're doing the work of evolving yourself and really connecting with them. It will be much appreciated. It will not be something that returns back to you void. It is worth the investment because after all, the end of our life in this journey, it's all about relationships, nothing else. All right, guys, so good talking to you today. Comment below if you're familiar with Gary Chapman, you've read the book, you understand your love language, and let me know. Let's start a discussion. Bye.